Hey folks, so today I have my Washburn Rover Travel Guitar. There's a lot to like about it as an instrument. So it has a very nice kind of sweet tone. So yeah, interesting. A little bit banjo-like, a little bit like a ukulele almost. Sometimes quite noticeably in between those two sounds. So many travel guitars have a, quite boxy sound. I've listened to a Martin Backpacker, and while it sounds fine, it's not really a sound that I like. I prefer the sound from these. It's kind of a sweeter, more melodic sound almost. I have a little Harley Benton travel guitar. It's quite like this, but this sounds much better than it. I I've also I've listened to a Furch Little Jane there, amazing guitar, quite different to this, and I also had a Journey Instruments overhead guitar. That was a great guitar, but quite a different travel guitar to this. So the Journey overhead guitar, the neck actually detaches, but this is probably my favorite travel guitar so far that I've owned. Um, as I say, I really like the sound from it, and I can see why sometimes these are actually used in recordings to complement a normal acoustic guitar because the highs, the treble sounds, the kind of trebly sound in general from this is really nice. So it feels really well made. The tuning heads are solid. They feel well made. It stays in tune very well. It comes with this strap here, and it sits quite nicely once you have it in the right place that suits you. It doesn't really need to sit on your body like a normal acoustic would, and you can kind of hold it in place with this arm as you're playing. It does have a tendency to kind of slide away from you as you play it, and it is a little top heavy, but it plays really nicely. And once the strap is in place, it holds quite nicely on the body. Um, so I really enjoy playing this guitar. I enjoy it as an instrument in its own right. One thing I really like is it has a full scale neck, which is important, especially if you're not crazy about smaller necks. Um, it's almost like an electric guitar in a way. It feels quite light in on the neck in that way, and it's really enjoyable to practice on. So, this is kind of a guitar that's enjoyable to just play on and to practice scales on, which many acoustics aren't so much. So it's a little bit beyond a travel guitar. I see this as, kind of its own instrument in its own right, and it's great for traveling. So I will do some sound demos in a few minutes, but I just want to show the case that it comes with. So it comes with this bad boy, pretty big case. Um, it's a good case for what it is. It's big, it's solid, it's well padded, it's light. It's very light. It's polystyrene inside here, so it does a good job. However, as you can see, the case is pretty big, and this case isn't really what I would call a walk-on case for airlines. Now, many airlines would allow you to bring this as your carry-on, but some may not. It's certainly lengthwise above the dimensions that many airlines would classify as your simple carry-on onto the plane. So, in that sense, yeah, I'm not crazy about this bag. Great, of course, if you're traveling in a car and you want to throw it in the luggage with everything else and bring it camping. This is a great bag, but not really for my use case. I prefer to have a bag like this. So this didn't come with the Rover. It actually came with the little Harley Benton guitar that I bought. So that little Harley Benton guitar is very inexpensive, and would make a great present for a kid, for example. And this little bag fits the Rover perfectly. So the Rover also in the past or maybe it does in the US, came with a bag, a proper padded bag, a better one than this, and that's really the one that is the one I think I would want to get for the Rover. But this does me for the moment. I bring it traveling abroad on planes, but I also use it if I'm going on a bike trip. The Rover is the perfect instrument for that. And again, I don't want a bulky bag shaped with polystyrene if I'm going on a bike. It doesn't make sense. So, great little guitar. Surprisingly enjoyable tone that comes from it. So, sounds nicest probably when it's strummed. Nice sound. Quite a nice guitar to finger pick as well. Quite quiet, and you could imagine playing it in a hotel room when traveling, and again, not going to wake up the neighbors. Nice. So it has an almost banjo-like sound, and this is something that I really enjoy. It's not a sound that you can get from acoustic guitars generally, so it's a nice feature of this little Washburn. Yeah, nicely made. The frets are nicely made. There's no rough edges. The neck is very nice to play, and it holds its intonation very nicely as you move up the neck, even up to the higher frets. Again, on cheaper guitars, that often goes. So it's a nice thing to see. The build quality does feel very good on these, I have to say. Nice sound as you move up the neck. So yeah, it's actually a great little guitar, I have to say. I 100% recommend these to anybody who is looking for a travel guitar. As I say, I've tried a few travel guitars in the past, and this one absolutely is a keeper. I won't be selling it, and I think it's going to have many journeys left with me. So it's small, it's light, sounds very nice. It's got a full scale neck. Build quality is very good, and if you can get the right bag for it, it's also very, very portable. So the Washburn Rover, great little instrument.